chaps, don't know if you can see me here. It's Gary back at the workshop, Gary's Practical Workshop. Welcome back to the channel. Well, where are we? Well, we have come a queer way actually. We've done quite a bit of work on the engine. I've covered a lot the other day, the cams, the head, all that sort of malarkey. I've done the clutch as well. If you look on a previous shot, I might do it after on the editing, but I've done the clutch. But there was a little bit of worry there because like an idiot, I wasn't quite sure if I had this adjusted right down there. But it's in an earlier video. It's going to be no, it will be in a later video. Yeah, it'll be in a later video. Things are going quite well. We're getting there slowly. Today I'm working on the clutch. I've done some of them because it's a bit boring just oiling them up, all the friction plates and steel plates. So I've done part of it. I'm just going to finish off with the last one. So what we do is take a friction plate. I don't know if you can see all this. What I tend to do is just pop the friction plate in your hand, just go around it with a little bit of oil. It's a wet clutch, pretty obvious really when you look at all the oil going everywhere. And then we just line it up with the tangs there. Just go around it with your finger, get the oil everywhere. And then the same with the steel plate. Now I've cleaned all these off, sanded them down a little bit to take off the scum, rubbish, debris that was at the surface of the metal plates. We've gone a little bit, there's little shades of rust, but it's nothing major. It should be alright. And then that one goes on there. There's no real special way of putting these in, as long as they're in tight with that area. These little areas here, little teeth. And then you should be alright. Let's do the next one. Probably a little bit overkill with the oil, but it doesn't matter. It'll all dribble down to the sump eventually. I think this one now is the last. Yeah, this is the last steel plate. So I'll oil this one up really nice. Gonna scrape some of that up, put it over the top. This one now is the last. That's the last one there. So now we cover it with the, I don't think, I'm not quite sure what that's called, you know. Clutch cover? No, clutch cover goes on the outside. This is the tensioner plate, I think, because the 5 springs go in there. Or is it 6? 6 springs. What you've got to be careful of here is this one. This one pushes against there. So hopefully that will go on like that. And that plate will come true when we push this in. Let's just see what we got. Right folks, what I've done is I've oiled all this up as you saw in the video earlier, and set the adjustment. These have been tightened up. This little chap here, sometimes called the mushroom. Now on the Z1 it is literally looking like a mushroom. It's got a stalk and a hat. Here we've only got a disc, but it's not a problem because on the other side of that is a small rod, probably about 1 inch long, and it pushes on that, and that's all worked on the other side. I'm going to take you off now and show you the other side. Just bear with me. Now this is the other side where the clutch goes into the transmission takeoff for the drive shaft. And what happens is that when you put on the the lever at the top. Pretty obvious really. It pulls that arm, and if you watch carefully, you'll see it move in such a way that it moves over towards the clutch. Now that in turn pushes on a rod through the lay shaft. I think it's the lay shaft. And then, or is it the output shaft? Might be the output shaft. And that in itself disengages the clutch. Now if we move over to the other side, if you watch those plates, I'll try and keep the camera still, you can see them move against the spring. It doesn't need a lot. There's probably about 2 or 3 mil movement there, if that. I'll see if you can have a closer look. You can see the springs compress. So that's clutch disengaged, clutch engaged, disengaged, engaged. And that's really it. Anyway, that's where we're at the moment. I'm just about to put the clutch cover on. I'm going to come round to the front there and move you over to the bench so that you can see where we are. Right, I've developed my own sonic bath. This is just a bit of fun, just so that you can see what's what. I've got a sonic bath, so I've come up with this idea. You fill a jar up with petrol and you shake it. Now that should, hopefully, dislodge some of the grime and the crap on these nuts and bolts. But it's difficult to say until we get them out. I'll probably have to give them a good old brush off anyway. But this is my sonic bath. Just leave that to soak for a minute. Well, it hasn't come up too bad. I don't know if you guys can, well, you can't see it from there. You're not going to be able to see it from there. But it does work. Although you'd have a job getting a carburettor in that jar, wouldn't you? You really would. But one day I will get one. Anyway, those are the bolts for the clutch cover. Clutch gasket. I'm going to use this one. It doesn't look as if it's been sandwiched very hard actually. So I might see if I can get away with that. If it does leak, it doesn't matter because I've got another one up here on the top of the gasket set that come through from good old Dave at Sidebikes. But this one may do the job. We'll see how we go on that. Right, I'm going to take all these out now. You don't want to watch me do that because it's bloody boring. So I'll take all these out of the jar, give them a good clean, and I'll come back with you when we put the clutch cover on. So we're recording then. Didn't realise that. Well, looks like I've already done it, doesn't it? Yeah, this is now been finished. We've tightened up all the bolts. Let me take you back a little bit, guys, so you can see the cover. Tightened up all the bolts. This is all covered over. I'll probably give it a bit of a polish actually because it's a bit grubby. But that's probably when the bike's all done. So that's been done. That's it really on this side, apart from doing the points. But the points there's no points, it's electronic pickup. I will sort that out later when it comes to firing up the engine. Just going to fit the oil filter system now. It's important, according to Kawasaki. I've seen this when I've taken other bikes apart. This is the other way. This is the wrong way round. They put the washer on first, which according to Kawasaki is incorrect. Put the spring on, then the washer, then the filter. And it's probably a good idea at this point to put a little bit of lube on everything. Just to make sure everything's going to be slippery when you tighten it up, and also when you put the filter on. The filter goes on like that. Then they call it the fence. Then this fence goes on, and that unit now is okay. Put a little bit of all on the threads. I'm going to actually put that in now, so I'm going to have to move you guys back. Just bear with me a tick. Oh dear. Just before you put the oil filter in on the cover, it's always a good idea to put a little bit of oil around the new O-ring, just so that as you tighten it up it doesn't snag. Well folks, that just about wraps it up really with the clutch. The clutch is now in and the oil filter has been replaced. It's sealed quite nicely, and well, join me in the next one when we're about to strip the carburetors.